AI governance, ownership, and advisor alpha. Here's the mistake I think a lot of financial advisors are about to make with AI. They're going to treat AI governance like it's only a compliance department problem. Policies, controls, supervision, documentation, all of that matters. But for the individual advisor, the bigger question is more personal. What am I allowing AI to do on my behalf? Because if AI is drafting your client communication, shaping your marketing, summarizing your meetings, generating your planning language, or helping you explain recommendations, then AI is no longer just a tool for sitting on the side. It is becoming part of how your judgment shows up in the real world. And that means before AI can amplify your alpha, you have to own your alpha. The comment that changed the conversation. This whole idea started with a simple comment I saw on LinkedIn. The point was that AI governance may be shifting from a framework problem to an architectural problem. That sounds technical, but here's what it really means. The old question was, what should our AI policy say? The new question is, what should the system actually be allowed to do before consequences are created? That's a completely different conversation. Because once AI moves closer to execution, the issue is no longer just whether a human reviewed something. The issue is whether the right boundaries were built before the output ever reached the client, the prospect, or the marketplace. For advisors, that moves the conversation from policy to ownership. AI doesn't create weaknesses, it amplifies them. This is the part advisors need to hear clearly. AI does not automatically make your business better. AI amplifies what is already there. If your process is clear, AI can help you move faster. If your thinking is sharp, AI can help you communicate it more effectively. If your judgment is grounded, AI can help make your judgment more visible. But if your process is sloppy, AI speeds up the slop. If your positioning is unclear, AI scales the confusion. If your client promises generic, AI makes the generic louder. That's why I keep saying AI is an amplifier, not a substitute for expertise. It does not replace the foundation, it exposes the foundation. Governance starts earlier than most people think. Most firms are going to start this conversation with policies, compliance, and controls, and they should. But Advisor Crunch starts one layer earlier. We start with identity, expertise, ownership, and judgment. Because you can't govern what you don't understand, and you can't delegate judgment you never owned. That's where a lot of advisors are exposed right now. They want AI to help them market better, communicate better, serve clients better, and grow faster. But they haven't clearly documented what they believe, who they serve best, what problems they solve, how they make decisions, or why their advice is different. So they ask AI to amplify something that is still undefined. That is dangerous, not because AI is bad, because unclear alpha plus powerful amplification creates risk. You're going to hear that phrase, human in the loop, a lot, and it matters. But I don't think it is strong enough for advisors. Human in the loop asks, was a person involved? Advisor in the loop asks, did the advisor own the outcome? Those are not the same thing. A human can review an AI generated email and still not understand the assumptions underneath it. A human can approve an AI generated recommendation summary and still not be clear on where the judgment came from. A human can check the box and still fail to own the message. Advisor in the loop means the advisor knows the boundary. AI can suggest, AI can draft, AI can summarize, AI can organize. But the advisor owns the judgment, the decision, the communication, and the consequences. That's the difference. Involvement is not ownership. So here's the order I believe advisors need to follow. First, own your alpha. Know what you believe. Know what makes you valuable. Know the problems you solve. Know where your judgment matters. Second, controlled cognitive extension. Use AI to expand your capability, not replace your thinking. Third, advisor governance. Define what AI can do, what AI cannot do, and what always requires your judgment. Fourth, AI amplification. Know you can scale the right message, the right process, and the right client experience. but the order matters. If you start with amplification before ownership, you're just scaling uncertainty. That's why the advisor crunch position is simple. Own your alpha first, then teach AI how to amplify it. I'm going to explain it like we're all 12. Here's the simple version. AI is like a super smart helper in a video game. It can suggest moves, it can spot problems, it can help you move faster, it might even help you win. But if you don't actually know how to play the game, you won't know when the helper is wrong. And when something goes wrong, it is still your game. That's the advisor's situation with AI. Red is letting AI tell you what to do. Yellow is asking AI for ideas, and green is knowing what you believe and using AI to communicate it faster. That's where advisors need to be, not passive, not outsourced, in control. Most of the industry is asking, how do we use AI? That's the adoption question. Advisor Crunch is asking a better question. What should AI be allowed to do? That's the ownership question. Because AI adoption without ownership creates risk. AI automation without judgment creates risk. AI optimization without governance creates risk. The advisors who win are not going to be the ones with the best prompts. They are going to be the ones who can clearly answer, what do I know? Why do I believe it? Where does my judgment matter? What can AI help with? What should AI never replace? That is the future of Advisor Alpha, not just using AI, owning the value AI is supposed to amplify. So here's the takeaway. Before you ask AI to help you grow faster, ask yourself, what exactly am I asking it to amplify? If the answer is unclear, don't start with more tools. Start with ownership. Clarify your alpha, document your thinking, define your boundaries, then use AI as a controlled cognitive extension. Because AI should not become the owner of your expertise, it should become the amplifier of the expertise you already own. That's the work, that's the opportunity, and that's why it's time to own.